Hello, welcome to Stray Thoughts, where I apparently have been having a lot of fun contrasting things lately. One thing I'd like to contrast today is about stress. We talk about stress as though it's one thing, as if it's just this big boogeyman, and I think we miss some subtle points that are of critical value in lumping it all together. Stress unto itself is basically just pressure. And a good way of thinking about it for me is to divide it into the categories of distress and eustress, which you could say is bad stress and good stress. But I'd be careful to fall into that dichotomy when really you need a bit of both. Distress is usually a more unpleasant, alarming, disturbing experience, where eustress is a sense of striving and pushing through and onward to something. And ultimately, I think we need both in the right proportion. The benefit of eustress is easier to appreciate. You can simply look at any time that hard work has yielded that good feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction, and you're flooded with all the good neurotransmitters, and there's a sense of pride, and it fuels a drive, and so it's easy to see the benefits of eustress. Distress is a little less obvious, but I wouldn't cast it as a villain. I would say that distress actually conditions our strengths and challenges us to evolve our response patterns and gives an opportunity to feel fulfilled and accomplished when we do get through a rough time and we see that we're still standing. I don't know that we pause and appreciate that enough to say, look, I just went through all of this, but look at me, I'm still here. And to add that to the stack of undeniable proof that we are kicking ass, right? And to plagiarize and butcher Alex Hormozy's quote about how we need to kind of outwork our self-doubt by amassing this pile of proof that we are who we say we are. And I think we need to do that with ourselves. I think we do need to be able to show ourselves that this thing that was overwhelming, terrifying, paralyzing, we got through it, we made it, and that is evidence that we are capable of doing that. And being willing to go beyond our comfort zone and take on things that maybe don't feel that good in the moment, it allows us to develop those strengths, and that you don't need confidence. You have proof. You have the knowledge that you have transcended so many other things before, that there's little reason to doubt that it's possible to do it again. And it's rewriting that story we tell ourselves and about how the world works. And if that's part of it too, is understanding how the world works. The world works as it works. It has little care or concern for us ultimately, and it's not really personal. It's, if anything, it's upsettingly impersonal. The things that transpire in life, and to be aware of that and feel that being able to tackle each small challenge enables us to come with the right strength and approach and resilience to the larger events, because they're going to come out of the clear blue, out of left field, out of wherever you least expect, but they're coming. They're coming to a reality near you. And I do not like feeling as though I'm on my heels with life. I want to feel like I'm forward of center mass. I'm ready to charge in and to tackle a thing, and that I have agency, I have power, I have the requisite abilities, and that gives me an enduring sense of peace and security with myself and the volatile and unpredictable world that I live in. And it's not it's not denial that things come in hard and fast without warning so often. It's actually turning to face that reality and say, I want to come prepared for that. I don't want to be taken out every time life throws me some next brutal curveball. And this ability to see stress as an opportunity, as a way of amassing assets and enhancing my own resilience and competency in life. It's a lot better than feeling that something's happening to me and that I want to shrink from it. I want to hide from it. I want to run and tremble in a corner somewhere. I'm tired of fear. I'm tired of feeling like that. I want to continue to build up to where I know I can't control what happens, but I will be I'll have a sense of control over how I respond to it and a faith in my ability to do so well. So even now, as I'm dealing with a certain amount of stress in my life, I'm able to break it down into categories and to utilize it in a more specialized way, to say that the distress I'm feeling at the moment, which is substantial, is giving me an opportunity to be more at ease with my own discomfort, to stay present with it, to acknowledge it, to be curious about it, and try to understand where it's coming from and what it's telling me, and from that to determine how best to respond and move forward. And with the Eustress, which is doing these videos, which stress me to no end. Hi. Still camera shy. Yeah, I do get to feel a certain higher regard for myself for doing it again and again through the tics and the discomfort, and believing that when I am determined to do something, I have what it takes to push through that discomfort. And I remind myself that I don't serve fear. I don't serve sorrow. I serve my purpose. And while I accept that fear and sorrow are part of that service, I don't want to be beholden to them. I want to be free. I want to have a sense of sufficiency, of inner accord, that all these pieces fit together within me in a way that make me sound and effective in life. And so by basically seeking out Eustress, taking on challenges, exercising, just finding ways of breaking habits one little bit at a time even, that helps me to develop some of the resilience, and then having a certain mindset toward, frankly, shit happens in life and I need to be able to let go of my sense of control of what happens beyond me and invest that sense of control in what I can accomplish within myself. And that, yeah, when challenges come along, I see the benefit in building my tolerance to Eustress, I guess, and when difficulties come along, I feel more equipped and able to handle the distress, and to not think as though I have so much stress. I have this one big, massive stress hanging over me. I look at the pieces and say, look, I'm feeling this kind of stress here about trying to produce these videos when I'm so uncomfortable sitting talking to an audience, because I know that's going to give me more drive, more confidence, more competence, more self-regard. And instead of being overwhelmed by the discomfort it brings, I'm zeroed in on the opportunity it presents. And the same for distress. When I feel like life is happening to me and there's nothing I can do about it, and I start to feel helpless, I remember that it's a chance to train up and to come to it in a way that I am finding the advantage within it, as hard as it can be. I sometimes it looks like nothing but storm clouds, but I know there's silver linings, and if I get busy looking for them, I'm not as overwhelmed by the big gloomy sky overhead. And so this is one of those finer points I was hoping to share, and here I am finally doing it, pushing through all of my stress to do it. And I do hope it's of some benefit to you to think of things this way and maybe just take the beast apart one piece at a time and break it down to manageable pieces, that the monster that is stress is really just these different challenges and opportunities that we can approach one at a time until we've whittled it down to size and are standing tall on top of it, because I'm tired of being under the heap. I want to change the relations there. So here I am with another insight into how I've been able to do that across time, and I hope it also helps you to do the same. As always, I appreciate you coming along, and I'll look forward to another round of this soon. Thank you. All the best.